I am just a girl standing in front of a negative pregnancy test asking it to show another line. It's alright, like I've probably seen over 100, way over 100 of these. So here I am. I'm about to start my IVF treatment. I did try a natural cycle last cycle. I've tested this morning and another negative. I'm used to it by now, it's all right. So my first appointment with the IVF clinic is today. I am overseas. I don't have a donor for Melbourne. So anyway, that's all another story altogether. So here I am, I'm in Bulgaria. I'm about to leave in a second. I just thought I would quickly check in with you guys, and I'm gonna throw everything. This is gonna be in lots of little different parts. Clearly you can hear in my voice, I'm not extremely confident, because who really is confident about something like this? We don't have the answers, and the body is the one thing all my life we don't have the answers for. So it'll be interesting to see what they say to me. I guess we all just pray that everything's normal, and I mean, I've put all my bloods in, everything's fine, all my blood results are, hormone levels are good. I've been taking my vitamins. I'll go through in another video what vitamins I've been taking. I have an extremely healthy lifestyle. I've never missed a period since I was 12 years old. I'm now 36. I've had 2 miscarriages, so I obviously missed my period then. I guess you'd say I have unexplained infertility. I've been trying to conceive for, say, just over 5 years now. This year, well, we're in 2020 now, so 2019, I tried 6 donor cycles, trying it alone, and then previously with partners. Yeah, so here I am. I can't fight my body clock. That's life, and I have to respect it. I am choosing to do this alone because I can no longer wait till I meet the right person. Of course I wanted love, of course I want that, and I deserve that, but a healthy type of love. And if I wait till I if I wait till I meet the right person, I could miss out on my opportunity to be a mother. So that's what comes first. That's my priority right now, is my health. And I will talk about health later on, or perhaps in another video. And yes, for women in my position, it's so confusing. And you know what? Anything that I put out on the internet, people are going to pick at, and this is my journey, and it's just what I've gone through, and I'm not always going to say the right thing. This is my journey, and I'm not perfect. I'm not a doctor. I'm just one human being that wants a baby so bad and wants to be a mother. It's really fucking frustrating, and that's like an understatement, because I've led a very healthy lifestyle. I rarely drink. Yes, I have a coffee in the morning. I used to drink a lot of coffee. I tried to cut down, and I did for a bit. Now I'm a little bit of quality of life. I've gone back to having a coffee in the morning, and they can shoot me if that's going to stop me from having a baby. Then, you know, like, shame on me. But there's only so much we can beat ourselves up about this stuff. I mean, I've had such a healthy lifestyle, and you know, it's everything I do, if it's like with my health and fertility in mind, and then we beat ourselves up about this stuff, and then you've got crackheads that don't even want babies and fall pregnant. And you know what? Sorry if I've said the wrong thing and offended anyone. And I've had everything said to me like, oh, it'll happen when you least expect it, and oh, you just got to forget about it, and oh, you just got to stop trying and then it will happen. Yeah, I've had everything said to me, like, just, you have no idea. And I feel like probably it's women in my position that are going to understand this. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, I decided to have a coffee again in the morning because I do enjoy a coffee, and you know what, there's so much that I do go without, and it's really frustrating. All my blood results have come back normal. I did have a hysteroscopy, and I can't think of it right now. No, I'm sorry, I had a laparoscopy and a hysteroscopy. I'm sure you'll see in all my Instagram pictures on my stomach, I've still got my scars healing. Yeah, I did that to help my fertility. I'll talk more about that later, but I feel like I've dotted my I's and crossed my T's, and I've done everything. Anyway, I've got to go. I'm going to go have my consult and see what they say to me. And in the meantime, as far as I know, I just need to wait till my period starts, and then I can start with the meds. But look, I'll update you on how today goes, and I'm hoping that it's a positive and not something that gets me upset, because every appointment that I had in Melbourne, unless I was with my partner, I got treated really different when I was with my partner, but when I was single, I didn't get much time with the doctors, and I got treated completely different, and I would always leave the hospital crying. That was hard as well. So like everybody was leaving with their pregnant bellies and doing like the holding the belly thing and with their partner, and I was always leaving holding back the tears. So I won't make this depressing, I'm just sharing my journey, but the fact of the matter is it's the toughest battle I've been fighting behind the scenes ever. You know, like it used to be my toxic relationships, but now I'm on my own, and this has been my fight for a long time. And you know what? I'm not going to give up. I will not give up. I'm not going to give up. I'll sell my house if I have to. I'm not giving up. Alright, I've got to go. Here I am. It's fast forward to about 7 more days. I finally got my period. I feel like that took so long. I was actually getting stressed. I think everything's a lot harder because I am in another country. And if my period comes late, then I've got to push my flights back, my accommodation, cover my work back at home. It's really, really hard booking a trip when, I guess that's one of the downsides of doing treatment in another country, because you are literally booking a trip around your cycle, and I don't have a partner, so every time I'm ovulating, it's organizing this and trying to conceive on my own is a whole nother ball game, and I will talk about that in another video. I really need dot points because I just have so much to talk about. I probably shouldn't be filming this, but you know what? I'm doing it for my own documentation. I don't have a partner to share this with. I did start treatment yesterday. Today is my first day I am doing the injection myself. Honestly, freaking out a little bit. I'm not afraid of the pain. I just am a little bit not confident with screwing it all together. So let's see how I go. I have never given myself an injection before, and every time I get bloods done, which I have had so many bloods done over this journey, but I always look away. So let's see how we go. So I have put on a little bit of weight, actually quite a bit of weight. I've put on about 5 kilos in 2 weeks from, I know that I'm eating at night time out of boredom, and it's filling a void here. I'm on my own every night, and there's not much to do. But the positives of that is I've got a little bit more cushion to put the needle into. So let's see how we go while I try to work this out. I did watch a YouTube video. They were extremely quick to explain it to me, and it's a little bit the blind leading the blind. Let's see. But I'm telling you right now, if I can do this, then any other woman who has to do this on her own, she can do it too. So I'll test it out for us. You know what? I'm gonna put my hair up for this because I feel like I'm doing an operation here. Okay. Yeah, my stomach's really, really white. I haven't been fake tanning. Whew, I can't believe I'm about to do this. What's the time? I've got to make sure I do it at the right time. All right. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I've got this, I've got this. I can't press it, I can't press it, I can't press it. Fuck. My hand's shaking. My hand is shaking so bad. Alright. Alright, am I good? Am I good? Alright, we did it. Woo. I think I did it right. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know. I think I'll put this back on here. Whew. Sorry. Wow. Okay, alright. I'll see you guys in a couple of days after my next scan, and I'll let you know how I'm going. Alright, here I am on day 2. I just have to say, I understand that yesterday's doing my injection was kind of pathetic. It's not the pain thing, guys. It's more that it's overwhelming. Like the whole thing of giving yourself an injection. It's not pain. Like I've dug out ingrown hairs with a sewing pin that is like way more painful. It's the whole concept. So, but like I just kept thinking how pathetic. Like there are people that have to do injections every day. So, but you know what, like I understand there's always someone's situation that's worse. I'm someone going through this for the first time. I've never done an injection, but I understand it was pathetic. But I wasn't crying because of the pain. It's just the whole thing that's overwhelming. I thought it would be my partner. You know when you got this picture in your head, like I thought it'd be my partner doing the injections and we do it together, and even though most people get to just have a bit of fun and they fall pregnant that way, but you know, for me, when it got to this age and going through all the hurdles and going to all the consults, then it was that picture in my head was my partner would do the injections for me. But here I am, and let's get to it. And then this time I feel much better. I found a pharmacy, couldn't find alcohol swabs, but I've got alcohol and, you know, these are like makeup white cotton pads, but that will do the trick. So at least, yeah, a bit better this time. I just want to start growing some follicles. Like that's all I'm trying to do here. All right, I'm going to wind it first. It's like filling up petrol, but you have to get it on the right amount. Ooh, I pulled it out wrong. Wow, we've got a bruiser. We've got this, guys. Just trying to grow some follicles. That's all I'm trying to do. I feel like, oh, that's a bit close. I feel kind of exactly the same. I'm waiting to turn into a crazy bitch with all the hormones, but I'm still feeling kind of normal. Yeah, bye. I just had, excuse, I've got no makeup on and I feel like shit today. I just had like bloods done and it was the most fucking painful blood. It's actually still hurting my arm. Like, I don't know what she did. Like, I've had blood tests like
so many, but that was just like, that was something else. Like, that was actually something else. All right, now we wait to just check hormone levels. The worst part is that, like, I'm going to have to go back and get those bloods done in a few days. And if I see that lady again, I'm just going to say, like, hold up, like, like, get away. But, of course, there's language barriers, so they have no idea what you're saying. Like, I told her that was really painful, and she would... Oh, no. She probably thought I was saying it was great. Right. I'm really tired. I didn't sleep. Like, at all. Bye. Alright, go for it. Sorry, start again.
This is the dosage for 1 injection, 4 powder and 1 liquid.
Okay. Okay, this is the moment. It was so confusing, and I've used the word overwhelming a lot in this video, but this was overwhelming. Basically, the meds would be explained to me by a Bulgarian staff member, a Bulgarian nurse, and then I had my translator who would then reiterate the whole thing to me. There was no written instructions. It was very quick. I did find, although I loved my treatment over there, I found that they explained it so fast, almost like someone that had already gone through IVF before. Wait, so I'm mixing all of this at once?
Yes.
Okay, so how do I take... This was on day 4 of my stimulation medication. On day 4, I went in for a follicle scan, and I had 12 follicles, and they were already at around 15 millimeters at this stage. So they changed my medication to Cetrotide and Menopur. So they introduced the 2 injections. I think one stops your body from releasing the eggs and actually ovulating, because they need to control it. If you ovulate too early, the whole thing is over. You cannot ovulate before your egg retrieval. Anyway, this was really confusing. I felt like I needed a science degree. No one has ever taught me how to put a needle or into a syringe, or how to snap a vial of a glass little bottle of medication. Yeah, really confusing. Yeah, my brain was pretty much exploding at this stage. Okay, so apologies for the front camera on the phone. This is just how it is. Just walking on my way to get gluten-free bread and I think a smoothie. So I've been really stressed, and that's really shit of me, because I think the whole thing about this journey is you've just got to try to not get overwhelmed, even though the whole thing is overwhelming. I was just stressed because I felt like it wasn't doing anything, the stimulation meds. Like, I just felt exactly the same. But anyway, I had a scan today and more bloods. As you would know, me whinging about that really painful blood test. So anyway, apparently I've only got 12 follicles, which I don't think that's that. Have I got lettuce in my teeth? No, I don't think that is that good, but oh well, I might as well be that. 12 is better than like 2, isn't it? So got to be happy with what we've got. I start on 2 injections tomorrow, so that will be interesting. And I've got to, I don't know, mix stuff and mix powders and whatever, and I should have paid more attention in science, but you know, I didn't learn that stuff anyway. Alright, well, no, nothing really prepares you for this, actually. Nothing prepares us for this in life. Nothing, you know. All we do is we like read stuff on Google, and I've joined support groups. I've tried to, I just think it's such a non-talked about thing, all of this. I think in the future it will be different, but for the moment there's not a lot about it. It's like something that goes on behind the scenes and it's not spoken about. I think everyone just puts up their baby pictures once they've conceived through IVF, but I don't think many people share how they got their babies. That's for the people that didn't have to struggle. Anyway, just sharing this because hopefully one day I will have my baby, and by the time I have my baby, then I will share this if it helps someone, so that they know that they are not alone in this journey.
Oh well, I've got more bloods, more scans tomorrow, and I think tomorrow I'll see when I'm ready for my trigger shot, and I'll measure up my follicles, and I just have to try to sleep tonight and relax. I'm getting like a hard lump in this area. I think I need to start trying to inject on this side, but if I just try like massage it around. See how we go. It's not too bad. Can't complain. I'm at day 2 after my egg retrieval, and I haven't been filming anything because I'm just taking it day at a time, and for some weird reason, like I'm a very public person, but I've just wanted to retract. I just want this part, I guess, so private. I'm going through the motions, and I don't want people asking me stuff on social media. Where are you? Like, the more people ask questions, I feel like the more pressure that is. I'm going to talk about all of this once I get on the other side of the line, but I think when you're going through this firsthand, and you know, you just want to get through each day on your own. The last thing you want is people, how many embryos did you get? And what is it at now? Like, this is something I've got to get through. Like, it's just, yeah, sorry, my card just filled up. So this is, it's enough for me to process just on my own, getting my embryo report each day. It's a lot to take in, and just, you feel like you're just living on the edge. It's just day by day. It's the strangest audition I have ever been a part of. And now I'm praying for something that's outside of my body right now in a lab. Like, I'm just praying for these cells, and I'm hoping that everything that I did and all the vitamins that I took and all my life choices and the way that I've lived, I'm hoping that it comes back to help me, you know? Like, I hope that for once my choice to live a healthy lifestyle is gonna somehow help me now, you know? There's so many things I've done, and I've lived such a healthy life, and to have so much trouble trying to conceive, you feel like it's kind of cruel. You're like, why did I do that? So hopefully this is the payback, this is the payoff. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just wanting to retreat. I don't want to wear makeup, I don't want to be on show, I want to retract, and I don't want to be telling people my embryo reports when it's enough for just me to deal with and process. Just me, and then I call my mum, or, you know, send her a message on WhatsApp, and, you know, I am overseas, so but yeah, I'm really shocked at the news, but I just don't want to speak too soon. I got a long way to go. We got to make it to day 5, and it's not just day 5, you know, and then if it doesn't take and I get my period, I'll have a little breakdown, and I'll just keep on going, and I guess I'll have to keep my head down, ass up, and keep working to save up for the next frozen embryo transfer. I'm really glad I'm doing this now and not waiting till I'm a few years older. I don't know, for any women in my position, with the men that are out there for my age range and what's left, I say do it on your own. Yeah, it's going to be harder, but you know what? Like, it's actually, the men that I have contact me, is actually like so disappointing. I mean, I'm 36 years old and they ask things like, have you got Snapchat? I don't fucking have Snapchat. Like, come on. Like, we've got more going on than, are you on Snapchat? You know? And I don't want pictures. And then they send you pictures. These are like 35, 37, 38-year-old men. Like, no, I don't want a picture of your body, okay? Like, it just makes me want to throw up in my mouth. Like, you know, it's just disappointing. And it's been really hard, but I'm so glad that I am doing what I'm doing. And my business back at home is about to start up tomorrow morning, and I have to surrender, because, you know, like, you have to have faith in other humans. I'm praying that, you know, I'm hoping that, like, it's a business, and I'm hoping that people will be understanding, and I'm not going to be there for the first 2 weeks of term. I've had my dance school for 13 years now, and we have new students coming in. You know, I just pray for everyone. It's going to be fine. They need to take charge, and I just have to let go and trust that it's under control, because I need to be here. I need to be doing this right now. Okay? Yeah, I turned 37 this year. And with fertility, there is no greater time but now. And I know I sound quite, I don't know, like I sound almost angry. I'm not angry, I've been living this, so I know a lot about this, and I know that in 10 years' time, things are going to change in Australia. I know that these services and egg freezing and IVF and fertility treatment is going to become more available to people. And I feel at the moment in Australia, and I guess everywhere, but I know it's a huge, huge money-making business. And they're preying on the weak, yeah? And unfortunately, money, this journey discriminates. And it discriminates because it's basically saying that if you don't have enough money to afford this treatment, then you don't deserve to be a parent. And it's bullshit. It makes me so mad, okay? That's why I'm over here. That's why I can't get treatment in Australia. It makes me so mad, you know? Just because someone doesn't have money, that does not determine who should or should not be a parent. And also, just because I'm single doesn't mean that I should not be a parent either, and not be accepted for the government funding. Yet when I went into the Royal Women's Hospital with a partner, then I got all the government subsidies, and I was going to go through with the cheap treatment. But now that I'm on my own, which obviously makes it even harder financially, now the price goes from $1,500 to $8,000 now that I'm on my own. So how do they make sense of that? So now I'm only one income, and now they've quadrupled the price. How is that fair? So they're saying that because I'm single, I'm not fit to be a mother. Well, I tell you right now, I'm going to be in a much stable, like, stronger position on my own raising a child than in a toxic, awful relationship. I'm telling you right now. And any woman is stronger. Yes, there's going to be sleepless nights. Yes, I'm going to be doing everything alone. But you know what? That is much healthier than a man that's coming and going and a toxic relationship and lies and someone treating you badly. So anyway, I need to just relax and drink my lemon water and just, I need to chill and just keep praying for my embryos, which are outside of my body right now in a lab somewhere. Isn't it bizarre? All right, bye. Hey, so I'm back in Melbourne. Basically, I'll sum it all up and exactly what happened. I was doing injections on the plane. It was a really long haul back. Okay, I'll finish up talking to you and telling you about exactly what happened. Okay, and then I'll explain why I chose Bulgaria for my IVF treatment. Okay, so I wasn't ready to talk about all that stuff as I was going along. I left out a lot of detail, but it was because I didn't want to jinx myself. I was so nervous. So basically you have egg retrieval day. They tell you how many follicles going into it, but then you don't really know until the size of the follicle has to be just perfect. So I think I had, from my notes, I don't have it right here, but they told me I had 17 follicles that were between, I think, 16 to 23 millimeters. Now the ones that were 23 millimeters, probably too mature, so they were a waste. I woke up, I was in a lot of pain. It was very hard because nobody could speak English and I needed pain relief, and I was in excruciating pain. I woke up, anyway, they moved me to another bed. The doctor said, guess how many? And I'm very I like to underestimate things just so that I don't get heartbroken. I was like, 12, and he was like, keep going. And I said, 15, and he's like, more, keep going. Anyway, so I don't think that was the accent, but I had 19 eggs retrieved. I got the call the next day, 18 eggs fertilized. Then what happens is you get a call each day and your embryos have to make it to day 5 for them to be viable and then frozen. So you can't really get too excited. I know the stats, they say are about 50% make it. I was really aiming for 10 embryos. I got, by day 5, I had 12 embryos left. I stopped filming once I got to Melbourne because I started to get really heartbroken. I'll tell you exactly what happened. They say not to test until, at least 11 days past your embryo transfer, which technically you would be due for your period then anyway. Now, the other times I found out I was pregnant, I found out very early. So I did test early and I did have faint lines. So I was like, if there's any pregnancy hormone in my body, you're going to be able to tell. So I'd been testing and, okay, obviously I don't have a baby right now. I would have a baby right now. And I'm sorry this is so depressing. But yeah, so obviously it didn't work. It's okay. I tell myself it's like I'm my own counselor. Just give myself a pat on the back. Obviously it didn't work, but I took it really well because there was no faint lines on my tests at all, like absolutely nothing. And if you've gone through infertility, you test and you hold the test up to the light, and then you get your phone light and you shine your light onto it, you shine your light behind it, you hold it up to the window. And I get it. I know when people are pregnant, you don't need a torch, you don't need to hold it up to the window. You can see that definite line. But for people like me, you're just looking for the slightest shadow. So I don't know, it was like I couldn't really get my hopes up. Yeah, it was negative, like purely negative. I put in a 5 AA hatching blastocyst in and an early hatching blastocyst. I put 2 embryos in for my first shot. I know overseas they will put 2 embryos in a lot, and yeah, that's what I wanted. They say that by this, all clinics have a different theory. They all have their different methods and what they do and what they believe in. So they say that by putting in a good grade embryo in with a lesser grade, the lesser grade helps the better one take. Anyway, it didn't take at all. Yeah, so why did I choose Bulgaria? Wherever I chose my treatment, I had to be able to stay there for at least a month. So you have to get there, then you wait to get your period, then you do bloods like on the day of your period or before, and then they do a follicle scan and see how many follicles you've got. Then they have to monitor you there. So if you're doing a full stimulation cycle, you have to stay in that country for the whole time. So I looked at Greece, and Greece, you know, it looked great. A lot of people go to Greece for their treatment, but it was just too expensive for me to stay there for a month. All in all, the treatment was great. I wouldn't complain. It was a little bit hard with the language barrier. Yeah, but I wouldn't complain. Now, this is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to talk about it in another video. Since this treatment, I've had another procedure, another test, and I know exactly why this didn't work, but I'm going to talk about it because this video is long enough. I'll talk about it in my another video as to exactly why I know it didn't work. Now, to sum this up, I have 10 embryos overseas that I can't get to right now. Sorry. Like, I'm not a depressing person. This is just and this is why I put off doing this video, because it's a really hard video to film and to talk about. Okay, and obviously I didn't want to share this because I'm really huge on jinxing myself. I didn't want to share this until I had my baby, and then I thought then I'll release this because I think maybe it will help other people in my situation. I also want to release it now because anyone going through infertility, like, I understand it so much. And I did this at Christmas and New Year's time last year, and it's such a hard time because there's so many people longing to be parents so bad. And it's nothing against the people, like, we're so happy for you if you get your big fat positive, but there's so many people sitting there that have been trying for years for their baby, and for some reason, and I get it, for people that haven't had to struggle, I'm really snotty, sorry. Christmas and New Year's is the time when everyone announces their pregnancies, okay? And it's a really hard time for people without children. So I wanted to release this around now, and for anyone else going through this, just, we're never going to give up. We're never going to give up. Even, like, you have, like, I did say about some of the things I've had said to me, but you wouldn't believe, a doctor that I had getting my bloods done back in Melbourne had said to me, why don't you just adopt? I was like, okay, I'm not going to tell you. I was really thinking, can you, like, fuck off? Anyway, I never went back and saw that doctor again. I thought she was great, but then after she said that comment, like, I understand there is adoption, but obviously we want to try and cross every avenue before we kind of get to that. We all want to hold our own baby in our stomach. So that's about it, guys. I've got the 10 embryos overseas still. I've looked into getting them shipped over here, but because they're not doing flights to Australia just yet, no one is replying and I can't seem to do it. But yeah, I'm sorry that this was so depressing. It's just the journey, and hopefully this helps someone else. Just know that you can go do anything if you want it bad enough, and I'm not there yet, but it's yeah, there's just never underestimate, like, what some people are going through behind closed doors. So I've been fighting for this for a long time, and like, I don't want to bring anyone down and be like a sad person all the time, but it starts to eat at you a little bit. I'm just really, really sorry. This is so depressing. But yeah, not going to give up. And we're just never giving up. And that's the moral of the story. And you just keep fighting. You just keep on fighting for what you want. And it's not about what I want. It's just that it's a part of who I am, that I have to be a mother. I don't get to choose. I don't get to, it's not a choice for me. It's who I am as a person. Anyway, sorry, it was depressing, but it's just real life. And sometimes real life is not all sunshine, rainbow lollipops. It's just a dose of reality. Yeah. All right, guys, I will check back in with you with my next video soon. It takes me a while to compile all this stuff, but I will talk about exactly why this cycle didn't work. Okay, I know that no one can ever tell you why, but I've been diagnosed with something else and I'll tell you why. And it's really a video that you need to watch, because this might be a reason why some people keep doing cycles of IVF and it never works. And it's something that a lot of specialists won't test for until you've had multiple failed cycles. So I want to share this in the next video, and I believe anyone going through this, you need to get tested for this. It's not all specialists believe in it, and you need to do your own research. And what better than to learn from a community of women that are going through this firsthand. All right, guys, you have a wonderful day, and if you stay tuned until the end, well, thank you for your support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and tag anyone or share this with anyone that you think may be interested, or perhaps it could help. I know I haven't got my baby yet, but it's a work in progress, and we'll get there. Bye, guys.